friends, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. Well, it is time to empty out my empties bin, so that is what we are going to do in today's video. So if that sounds good to you, please stick around and we will go through all of these products that I have used up over the last few months. All right, I have got a lot of hair care that I have gone through, so why don't we go ahead and we will start with the hair care products first. I have actually finished up 2 of my favorite hairspray. I love the Sebastian Shaper hairspray. I try to always get this at TJ Maxx because I find that is the best price, but absolutely love this hairspray. It was the one that I actually used back in my teenage years, and then I recently tried it again and fell in love all over again. It's just such a great, soft, lightweight hold, so you don't have helmet head, but it actually does hold your hair. Absolutely love this, and I have repurchased. All right, the next thing I finished up is a Matrix Biolage. This is the Hydra store shampoo, and this is what my hairdresser uses on me a lot of the time, and that's the reason that I purchased it, is that I always have really good hair days after being at the hairdresser. Now obviously that's because they have done your hair, but there is something about this shampoo that my hair just really likes. I have dry hair, but I've got really fine, thin hair, and this shampoo and conditioner doesn't weigh it down. So yes, I have repurchased. I have also gone through the Living Proof Clarifying Detox Shampoo, and this is one of my favorite clarifying shampoos. And this is the clarifying shampoo that I use when I really want to make sure I can remove all hard water, minerals, buildup. This is what I go to. Now, it's harder to kind of lather this one up. I have to use quite a bit, honestly, but it's best if I like pour it into my palm and then kind of get it started with water and then go on to suds up my hair. But when I do that, my hair is so clean, and I also do tend to use this before I use my K18. So love this Living Proof Detox shampoo, and I have repurchased this one. And then obviously I have finished up a K18. Now this is something that I have recently gone back to because I was trying other things for my hair, but this absolutely is the best for bond repair for my hair. Love this K18, so I am back to using this every 4 to 5 shampoos, which is about like once a week for me. And I love what this does for my hair. Now I did get a lot of hair just recently cut off, but this I know helps my hair to stay stronger and to not break as easily. So absolutely love the K18. I swear by this, and yes, I have repurchased. I've also finished up my favorite styling aid from K18, and this is the Astrolift. And I swear by this, if you have fine, thin hair and you want your hair to have volume, to have a little bit of texture, and to actually hold that style, then you are going to want to try this. This is amazing. This has been the very best thing that I bought for my hair in 2025. Cannot talk about this enough because I love it so much, and I know my regular viewers are tired of me going on about this, but it's true. I love it that much. So yes, I have repurchased. I have also finished up, this is the Pureology, this is the color Fanatic, and this is the top coat tone in blue. And this is a toning treatment that I use to tone down brassiness in my hair. And I found out many years ago that purple shampoos do not work for me. My hair tends to get orange as it gets brassy instead of like yellow brassy. And to counteract orange, you need blue. So this really helps to tone down the orange that I can get. So I use this probably just about once every couple of weeks, but love the Pureology. When I do use this, it's almost like I don't need to use conditioner, even though this is not conditioner. It just does kind of detangle your hair in the shower. Leave it on for 5 minutes. But if you struggle with having purple shampoos help you with brassiness, you may need blue instead of purple. If you've got orange tones that you really want to tone down, look into this Pureology Blue Toner. I swear by this. I've used this for a few years now, and yes, I have repurchased. I've also finished up an Everpure. This is the moisture, the 21-in-1 spray. This is a really great leave-in that will detangle, lightly condition, offers heat protection, UV protection. It does just about everything and it smells amazing. And it also is drugstore, so it's really affordable. I love this, and I haven't repurchased because I'm trying something else that Abby Young had recommended on her channel, but this is one I definitely would repurchase. And speaking of Abby Young, I have finished up, this is the OGX Coconut Miracle Oil. I was using this as a pre-treatment before shampooing on my ends to protect them from breakage. And the coconut oil can actually penetrate your hair strands as well to help strengthen them. I learned about this from Abby Young's channel, and I did love this, but I'm actually using, I'll put a picture of the one that I bought that I'm using now. It is the lighter spray that she recommended for finer, thinner hair, and I have to say I like that one a lot better. This one is on the heavier side, so if you do have thicker, coarser hair, this might be one that you would enjoy. But it's a really good thing to add this to your ends before your shampoo because it really helps to protect your hair from breakage that you can get from just shampooing your hair. So this has helped my hair immensely, adding this into my routine. But like I said, I'm using the lighter version of this and really liking it. But finished up one of these and purchased that. All right, now why don't we go on to Bodycare? I've got just a few of those products. I did finish up, this is from the summertime. This is the Tannologist, the Hydrating Gradual Tan, and I loved this. I actually tried the firming version of this when I finished this one up, and I did not like the firming version as well. I really prefer the hydrating version. I think the firming is in a blue container. But this is an excellent gradual self-tanner because it's more mistake-proof than a regular self-tanner. Yes, you are not going to get super dark, but I find it's just good enough to even out my skin tone, to cover the veins and imperfections. I absolutely love this. I swore by this last summer and wore this all the time. But like I said, I actually prefer the hydrating version as compared to the firming version. So when next summer is rolling around, this is the one that I will be buying again for sure. Really liked this one. I've also finished up my favorite deodorant. This is the Lume, the whole body. This is the Smooth Solid, and my favorite scent is Fresh Alpine. Now, some people might consider this more of like a gender neutral scent because men could absolutely wear this as well. But to me, it's just a really fresh, clean scent that I love. And this Lume works great for me, so yes, I have repurchased. All right, now we are going on to skincare, and I did finish up one of my Maysama, the Green Rooibos Pressed Serum. This is the original, and this is what I use, either this or the lighter version every time I do my red light treatments. I swear by this Green Rooibos with red light, and it has really, I think, been one of the best things I have done for rosacea. Before I started using this with my red light treatments, my rosacea was really acting up almost daily, where my skin would get just hot and burning on my cheeks. It's really uncomfortable. And I tell you, there is something in this Green Rooibos combined with my red light that is just so soothing to my skin, where I don't get those like hot burning sensations all the time anymore. So this absolutely is something that I always am going to be using, but I actually think I prefer the lighter serum that they make of this more than the original. I've got backups of this one and the light, but I think I'm leaning more towards the serum light. And I know others of you who have rosacea and also use red light swear by this as well. So there really is something magical about that Green Rooibos, and my skin just loves it. So yes, I have repurchased. I also finished up a Maelove. This is the Moonlight, the Retinal Super Serum. And I really did like this. And this was a Retinal serum that I could use on my neck a couple of times a week. And so I do like it for that, but I'm actually now trying the new Prequel Retinal, which is really good. And then I also have a couple other Retinals that I can use on my neck that I think I like better than this Maelove. So even though this is a really good serum, I have not repurchased. I have finished up 2 of my Holy Grail facial sunscreens, the KissMeMommy UV Aqua Milk. I ordered these from Stylovana. I did do a sunscreen video earlier this summer where I found a couple other sunscreens that I really do like, the Korean sunscreens. But I still have to tell you, this is still my favorite. This is just so light. It is so comfortable on my skin. It works under every kind of makeup I can ever try with it. So it's a holy grail for me, and it probably always will be. So yes, I have repurchased. I also finished up, this is the Maelove, the Night Renewer. This is the glycolic acid cream, and this is a really good one that I try to use about once a week at night when I'm not using retinols. Now, it does give my skin a little bit of a sting when I first put this on, but it's nothing bad. My cheeks don't get red and burning, so I figure that it's okay. And I do love how my skin looks in the mornings after I have used this. It just feels so soft and smooth, and I have just such a pretty glow, an extra glow. So I really do love this cream, and I have repurchased. I finished up in my travel case. This was a little travel size of the Clinique Moisture Surge, the 100-hour cream. And I hadn't used this in a while until I finished this up when I traveled about a month ago. And oh my goodness, this is such a good moisturizer. This was my favorite a couple of years ago. And when I tried it again, I fell in love all over again because my skin just drinks this up and it feels so nice and it stays so hydrated. This is an excellent moisturizer. It is so light. It's a perfect one for the summer because it does not feel heavy at all. But if you still have dry skin and you need that moisture, this is just really, really good. So I love this, and I probably will repurchase this at some point. Maybe when it starts to get warmer again next summer, this would be one that I would want to come back to because it really is that good. I also finished up, this is a little prequel. This is the Skin Utility Ointment. It was a little sample that I received in one of my prequel orders. And I use this basically on my lips at night, and it is a good one. Now, I didn't use this on any parts of my body, which you can use this on. Like I said, just used it on my lips, but not sure I would repurchase this one. My favorite is the Remedy that I love on my lips at night. So I did not repurchase this, but it was nice to be able to try this one. I also finished up, this is the Beauty of Joseon. This is the Radiance Cleansing Balm. And I did like this cleansing balm. My favorite is the Clinique Take the Day Off, and I'm trying to try different ones to see if I can fall in love with one that I love more than the Clinique. And although this was really good, it still just doesn't have everything that the Clinique does in my mind, but this was a really good one. It was really effective on removing makeup and sunscreen. So it's just, I think, user experience, the Clinique one, I love how that feels. I love how it rinses. I just love everything about that. And although this one was really good, it's still not my favorite, but I probably would repurchase this because, like I said, it did do a good job. And lastly, I am tossing out 2 tubing mascaras. This is the Milani. This is the highly rated lash extensions, and as you can see, I think they were trying to dupe the Thrive one even in their packaging. Now, this Milani one, I had this in my empties bin from a tubing mascara video that I did, oh my gosh, a long time ago, and I think it just kind of got lost in the bottom because it's been a long time since I've used this. But this one I just did not love that much. It seemed to get a lot on my upper eyelids, and I also don't think my lashes got as thick and long as they do with some other tubing mascaras that I like. So it's okay, but this was definitely not a favorite, and I won't repurchase the Milani one. And this Thrive one used to be my favorite tubing mascara. This one, I found that the longer I use the Thrive, it can get a little bit clumpy. So that is the reason that this is not in my top spot anymore. But I actually looked in my backup spins, and I do have one more new Thrive that I'm going to be using up because I just don't want it to go to waste. And it is a really good tubing mascara, but like I said, I've just found one that I like a little bit better. But always enjoyed this, and like I said, I will be using up. I've got one more tube of this to use up. All right, so those are all the empties that I have recently used up, and I hope that I was quick with this video, but still could give you little mini reviews to let you know if you were looking at any of these products, it could help you decide one way or the other if you wanted to try them. So thank you, friends, for taking a little bit of time out of your day to spend with me. I really do appreciate it, and I will see you all next time. Bye.